We have more for your ears only. I'm Katherine Herzog.
I'm David Alpern with this quote from the news. "My mother didn't raise me to count nipples." That was Rutgers historian Richard Heffner, longtime host of the public TV intellectual interview show The Open Mind, on his other role as head of Hollywood's official film rating panel, which he focused more against violence than sex. An early mentor of mine, Heffner, died last week at age 88. Also passing last week were actors Peter O'Toole and Joan Fontaine and Al Goldstein, who brought porn to mainstream culture with Screw Magazine and his Midnight Blue cable show. Now this.
My Christmas list is short. This year I'm aiming high. All I want for Christmas is the earth and sky. I dream of fresh, clean air, where singing birds fly by. All I want for Christmas is the earth and sky.
Most of us are a good deal more materialistic than Nancy Lamotte in that high-minded modern-day Christmas Carol by Annie Dinerman. And high-tech rates highest on many gift lists today. For an expert's guide to e-gifts that really deserve high ratings and your consideration, we're joined again by Boston Globe technology reporter Hiawatha Bray. Welcome back to the show.
Glad to be here.
Let's start with the tablet, of course. Which do you like? Why and at what cost?
Oh, I like all of them. I mean, I think that the iPad is wonderful. The new iPad is very sleek and thin and gorgeous. But of course, there are alternatives now. Apple's share of the tablet market has been plunging lately because there are suddenly so many other good tablets on the market. I really like the Google Nexus 7 tablet, which I think is really a first-class piece of hardware at $229. But I just got through buying my kids, both of my daughters. I just bought them the Kindle Fire HDX tablet from Amazon.com. And they're in love with it. They just think it's fantastic. They got their Christmas presents early, and they're like gibbering and drooling. One of the best things about the new Amazon tablet is this astonishingly smart idea they have called Mayday. You know how you get confused and you need technical support with a computing device? With this new tablet, you just touch an icon, and a human being appears on the screen and says, "How can I help you?" It's just so cool.
Even if it isn't Scarlett Johansson and her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that would be great, wouldn't it? You should do that as a promo. You get like Scarlett Johansson or the whole cast of the Avengers and just have them appearing on these tablets. It would be great.
Even tablets are too big for some stockings. So talk about the best bets in cell phones.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there are all the excellent phones out there. The problem with buying somebody a phone is that you end up, are you going to pay for their phone contract as well as the device? That's been a problem lately, but I've been impressed by some of the really inexpensive phones that are out there that are selling at full price. Like, I'm a big fan of Windows Phone 8, which has not caught on at all with American consumers, but I think there are some really good bargains in Windows phones out there. There's one called the Nokia 520. You can find it in some places for as little as $40, and it is a really good smartphone. I mean, $40 full price, and then you would have to put it on a cell phone company. It only works with AT&T or T-Mobile.
What do you think about some of these new wearable devices?
Oh, dear. This is a pet peeve of mine. I just don't see the point of a lot of these devices, such as, the Pebble, which is now down around $100, is maybe the most sensible of the bunch. But don't get me started on the Galaxy Gear from Samsung. What do you need it for? You have to understand these devices don't do anything unless you already have a smartphone. What they do is they have a little Bluetooth radio in them, and they connect to your phone, and they do things like display incoming messages, or you can look at, you can read your emails, things like that. Why not just take out the phone and use that? The one area where wearables are already very successful is in health and fitness. Devices that you attach to your body to measure your heart rate, how much activity you are engaging in, that kind of stuff. Things like devices from Fitbit, like these wristbands that you can put on that has a watch in it, and it keeps track of your body movements and transmits that to your phone. These are like around $100, and they really are helpful to people for physical fitness purposes. They're really useful.
So what are you looking for most to get in the holidays?
Oh, I'm not getting anything. The one new thing that I think might actually catch on, though, it's kind of surprised me. It snuck up on me. And that is 4K television. I wasn't expecting this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's also sometimes called ultra-high definition. It was all over the place at the Consumer Electronics Show last year, and they were talking about $10,000 TV sets that would have ultra-high definition, which is actually, and I've seen them, and it is true, they are remarkably sharper, clearer brighter than even today's high-definition sets. But they were supposed to be like $10,000. They're already selling them now for around $3,000. The price drop on these things is amazing. They are really starting to get to the point where people will be able to afford them. What's going to hold back 4K TV is the simple fact that there's almost nothing yet to look at. You know how when HD came along, then they had to start making TV shows in HD? Same problem here. Nobody's making TV shows in 4K. But, by the way, one company has announced that they're going to do it. Who do you think is going to do it first?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Netflix. Netflix. Netflix has said they're going to start making, like their shows like House of Cards and stuff like that. They're going to start making shows in 4K. So if you own a 4K TV set, you'll be able to stream over the Internet TV shows in 4K resolution. It's bizarre. It just shows how the world is changing. That Netflix is now becoming one of the major forces in the television industry. You know about that, right? It's not just this. It's like their original TV shows that they're producing, and they have really become a major producer of television content. So they are going to try to get this 4K content out there into the market, and little by little we'll be able to see TV shows like this. And that is really going to catch on because I'm surprised at how fast the price is coming down on the sets themselves. And you remember 3D. There was a big fuss about 3D TV. Nobody cared, and I agree. I never saw the point of 3D. It really doesn't make watching TV any better. 4K really is an improvement. I really like 4K.
Boston Globe technology reporter Hiawatha Bray.
All I want for Christmas is the earth and sky.
And this has been For Your Ears Only.